Hey, thanks for joining me. You probably already know that the GS pay scale has 15 grades, but how long will it take you to actually climb the pay ladder to reach the top grade, which is GS 15? The answer varies, but you might be surprised at just how quickly you can climb. The first thing to take into consideration is that you need 12 months time and grade before you're eligible for the next GS grade. So consider it GS 11. You would need to stay at that grade for 12 months, and then you could apply to get a GS 12. Now, the only exception to this is with GS 7 and GS 9. Typically, from GS 7, you can move straight to GS 9, and from GS 9, you can move straight to GS 11. So you would only need 12 months in order to reach 9 to 11 and 7 to 9. But from 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, you would only need 12 months between those GS grades. So let's consider a recent graduate, a student that just came out of college and is working a GS job as a GS 7. So this individual can move from GS 7 to GS 15 as quick as 6 years. Now, is this feasible? Is this probable? No, it's not, but it is possible. Let's look at the average GS grade of an employee in the federal government right now. So the most common grade that you will find is GS 12. Now for a GS 12 to move to GS 15, it would take only 3 years. But let's slow down. There are some issues with progressing too fast. One thing is you're going to have to apply for these job announcements. So if you're in a position that's not a ladder position, say you're in a GS 12, and there is no room for promotion, you will have to apply to get to the GS 13 level. And if you're applying every 12 months, then to some HR clerks or for some hiring managers, when they're reviewing your application, they might think that you're a risk, you're a flight risk, so to speak. So they might not be willing to invest time and resources in you because you have shown a pattern of leaving every 12 months, and that can work against you. Another issue is just the length that the federal hiring process takes. So on your 12-month mark, say you're a GS 11 with 12 months time and grade starting today, the process to actually apply to a job, to get referred for the job, to get an interview for the job, and there might be a second interview, and then you're waiting for the offer, and then there might be a negotiation, and then you're waiting for the final offer. That whole process can easily take, on the short end, 3 months, and on the long end, it could take 8, 10 months, a year even. So you have to consider that as well. Even though you start applying when you hit 12 months, you might not actually get that job technically until you've hit your 20-month mark or your 24-month mark. So if we're looking at 12 months to qualify for a job and then 12 months to actually attain another job, then in reality, it could take you 2 years per GS grade position. Now, this isn't the case if you're in a ladder position. So we have a lot of job announcements that show that there's room for progression, right? So they're hiring you at the GS 11, but it's an 11/12/13. And that means that every 12 months, as long as you're demonstrating satisfactory performance, they can promote you. So you're an 11, you do good. 12 months later, you're a 12. You do good. 12 months later, you're at 13. So if you're in one of those positions, then you can move along quite rapidly. But if you're looking for a GS 7 or a GS 9 type entry role, and you're hoping that they have the progression all the way up to GS 15, then that's extremely uncommon and not really realistic. I've seen people move through the ranks quite quickly, and it really depends on what that individual wants for themselves. At the same time, I've seen people stick around at GS 7 for 13 years, or GS 9 for 14, 15 years because they were comfortable and they were happy in that position. Also, they were living in a small town and they didn't want to leave. So that is another aspect that you should consider as well. How mobile could you be? Are you able to go towards those opportunities, or are you happy in your current small town? Well, that wraps up this video. If you have any questions, comments, or you feel like I missed something, please leave that down below. If you like this video, please click like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.